Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the EGL Open 2015 here in Blackpool. Norbreck Castle revisited for the 6th time for EGL. The Norbreck. Oh, we love it. And we have a loser bracket or lower bracket round number 2 game about to begin here. Riot going head-to-head with Team Emily Jones, the 8th seed up against the 19th seed. Both of them are straight away finding themselves in the lower bracket.
Yeah, so a very important game for both these teams. You know, either one loses this game and they are going home.
That's going to be it for them, and you know, I've no doubt that there will be an amateur bracket, maybe an intermediate bracket that's going to be put in place. We will get confirmation on that when we can, but EGL does cater for all, so we will soon find out. But we're going to be getting this game underway now, and you can see there on the screen. Interestingly, we have some ex-Riot members going up against the current Riot team there. Morg still representing with a shirt there. But yes, retreat hardpoint, first map and game mode. That's what we're going to start off with. Thoughts on this, Tunny? Rough prediction?
3-0.
3-0. How big a gap on the hardpoint?
Oh, you're throwing me in there now. About 100.
100, okay. Interesting. We will we'll see if that's true. Yeah, say it's a realistic guess, I suppose. But we cannot rule. I'm assuming this is going in favour of Riot. This is who you're backing. So we cannot, of course, rule Team Emily Jones out. Of course, we are backing the higher seeded team. But Team Emily Jones are some great strengths within that team as well. And we're going to see what they can do here. We'll start off now with Morg straight away onto that hard point, but immediately 3 of them getting shut down, all 4 down, and Riot straight away flood into that central hard point. Very well played by Riot, straight away get themselves in there and putting down kills. And they are going to take them very early. 12-1 is the score. Okay, and Eurasian here. I'm just working out which player this is. We've got Stace, Hawkeye, Morgs, and so this will be Pato, and just keep that in mind when we refer to Eurasian, because we'll stick to the Eurasian tag for the remainder of this game, just so that it doesn't get too confusing. So on board now with Pato playing under Eurasian. Bal 27 in hand, and I've got to say, I feel that Pato is one of the stronger members of this team, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the guy's been around for a little while now, so hopefully he knows what he's doing on this game. Of course, this being the very final AW event in the world, as far as I'm aware, unless somewhere in China or Australia is hosting one. I doubt it, but I doubt it'll be revisited when Black Ops 3 is released, or at any point in the near future. But you never know. And as we said, Sonny, I mean, earlier today when we were playing Call of Duty 4, we were almost Call of Duty 4 event to come around at some point. Man, such good fun. You know what? Don't get me wrong. I'm very excited for Black Ops 3. But the hype if they re-released COD 4. Crazy stuff. I'd lose my mind, man. But anyway, 51-7 is the score already, and I think my 100-point difference is going to be a little bit underwhelming, if anything. Because at the moment, Riot are really on a tear. 55-7 for them and putting up big numbers. 11-2 from Rampage. Let's go on board with him. Yeah, and see what's going on now, because Rampage just tearing things up still, picking up kills. Rampage on that 3-kill streak now, 12-2, 6 kill death ratio. Trying to find Pato. Eurasian does go down there. That's another 3 kills made by Riot. And Team Emily Jones here just completely getting shut out. Yeah, it's really hard for them at the moment. When they get outslayed, out-rotated, there's nothing they can really do about this, but 7 points on the board. Well, I just want to see how far Rampage can actually stretch this now, because he's still alive. Finally does go down there to the hands of Hawkeye. And we are seeing some resilience now from Team Emily Jones, who are trying to push in as best they can, but that's 3 big kills there from Louis. Very, very well played by Louis or Lewis. Is it Louis or Lewis? I'm going for Louis. We're going with Louis. Right, okay. Louis. We'll stick with Louis. Louis nearly picks up the 4th kill, does eventually go down though. Rampage is going to do work inside the hardpoint. 14-3 from him, made that 15-3 now. Wow. Having a fantastic game. And 100 points just about to come up on the board for Riot. Wow. 101 to 11 points. And this is a complete whitewash at the moment. Yeah, I mean, the biggest scoreline difference that I've seen so far was when XL played Viva La Blackpool, and they actually won the first map 250 points to 27. This could happen. It could be beaten, and I mean, it's kind of on track. It's maybe on par with it, I suppose, at this stage. But as we say, we can now see Team Emily Jones pushing in. They managed to get 3 down. That hardpoint area was immediately contested, so no points were actually gained from that. But at least for them, Riot were prevented from advancing any further ahead. Well, Stace was in a decent position there, actually, and it is going to be Team Emily Jones already set up there. And they're going to actually get a couple of points on the board, but they have been pushed out. Riot are going to be in control now. Was Mimo inside that point, but he does get shut down. Maybe a little bit of a comeback here, although at this moment in time, about 100-point difference with 6.5 minutes remaining. It's never a good position to be in as Riot pick up 3 kills. Yep, and Riot again really just asserting themselves onto this map and just denying any opportunity for Team Emily Jones to get back into this game. If you just keep an eye on that kill feed, you know, it's a testament to how good these guys are. We're seeing the odd kill being made. by the Team Emily Jones players. We can see Stace there shutting down Mimo, but immediately that kill's traded off. And once again, we are going to see Riot flood into that hardpoint area.
With Louis now. Makes a couple of kills for himself as well as Zerg and Mimo picking up kills. So it's a little bit over the top here from Riot. I feel you know it's really good in their favor at the moment. 127 to 19, and we're not even at the halfway point, so making it look very comfortable here. And
let's switch things over now and get on board with somebody from Team Emily Jones and have a little bit of a look at Morgs here, playing under that MKA gamer tag. Does get shut down immediately, trying to get on that rotation around to Turtle, straight off that central hardpoint area in the courtyard, and it's just, again, it's going to be really difficult for them. Sorry, we're actually on the money hill here in Attic, and a little bit lost with the time there. 5 minutes 30 into the game. This is the final hardpoint area of the first rotation, then it will go back to courtyard. And Zerg here is just going to be holding back. There's no need for him to actually push in any further, and you can see there's just one person actually on the hardpoint area, that being Rampage on 24 kills and 9 deaths. Absolutely incredible display from him.
You know, whoever you're playing, that's a really good stat to be putting up. Is he going to pick up the 2 here as well? Rampage on absolute terror at the moment, 26 and 9 now. Can he hold this down? Not quite. Morgs is going to come in there with the 2 pieces. Does get taken down by Zerg. Louis and Cole are back inside that hardpoint now, so looking good for them as we move back around to the same rotation once again. 177 to 22 is the score as a Riot fill up your kill feed.
Oh, right. You know, this is why it's a little bit of a shock. And a few people were saying that were watching the game how unfortunate they were to match against Barrage U straight away. Lost 3-1, but I've no doubt we're going to see these guys really pushing through the lower bracket. And don't want to take anything away from Team Emily Jones. As I say, there's some incredible players in that lineup. But I just feel like Riot, the caliber of this team is just too much for them to handle.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Riot really looking good here. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from them, but I mean, it's obvious to see how significantly better they are than Team Emily Jones.
Well, the question is, are they going to be able to beat the highest margin of win on a hard point that I've seen so far this event of 250 to 27? That's the target. Let's see if they're able to do it. Still time to play with here, but it does look like there's a great lockdown here from Riot.
Yeah, and they seem to really have things just completely shut down here. They're winning all the gunfights that they need to. They're holding down all the positions they need to. They're getting the rotations. I mean, they got every single point there. They're going to rotate over. There's 4 members of Emily Jones there, so they should be able to actually hold this for a few points, surely. Let's see how they do.
And that's not going to be it. So it's not going to be the biggest victory that we've seen so far, as we do see Team Emily Jones securing quite a few points here on this Turtle hardpoint area. Stays holding it really well, actually, and only just goes down to Zerg, who picks up a huge 3-piece, 4-piece for the team, and Zerg absolutely destroys Team Emily Jones all by himself.
Yeah, good stuff there by Zerg. Really pulling things out here. 230 points to 36, 3.5 minutes to go. And it's looking very, very good for Riot here. They can end it straight up on Turtle. They can end the game with Turtle.
Yeah, with 3 minutes left to go, this is over 3 minutes. This is possible if they were all to get on it now. It's not actually going to end on this one, but certainly the next hardpoint area, I think that's going to be it for this particular map. Remember, this is a best of 5, and no doubt that Team Emily Jones's heads are going to have tipped as we see Pado finding 3 there. Eurasian cleans up against Riot, but it's not going to be enough to really have any impact on this game. And surely this is going to be all she wrote anytime soon.
Yeah, Rampage is inside the hardpoint now. He's going to be able to make 1 kill. Is he going to be able to make the second? He's not going to need to. His teammate's going to make that for him, and that's going to be the game. Going over to Team Riot, 250 to 43. Very convincing game.
And if we just jot that down, so yeah, 50-point club there for Team Emily Jones. Got to be disappointing, but you know, we saw this earlier from one of the teams that was casting over. They had a crushing defeat on the hard point, but as soon as we switched over to the search and destroy, it could have gone either way. It was actually when Nexium were playing. Nexium could have quite easily dropped that search and destroy. So whilst, you know, Riot quite clearly the stronger team there, switching the game mode, it could all be different.
Potentially, but, you know, looking at that game, how far it was, that's the scoreboard for you guys at the end. I mean, Rampage scored 36 and 16. That's not even the best kill death ratio. 33 and 9 from Zerg as well. Off the back of that, I can't see it happening for Team Emily Jones, unfortunately. But we will find out what happens in the rest of this game. We'll be back just after this very, very short break.